Changing the PCV valve on a Honda Element. So once you take this cover off, these two bolts right here, be careful not to over tighten them when you put it back on. So you take those two bolts off, you get this off right here, this tube, and then you can see where it lines up to the other part, and that is the PCV valve right there. So we're going to remove that. We're going to use these long pliers right here, needle nose pliers, to get to the clip on it, and I'll be right back after we remove that. I covered the alternator with some plastic wrap here, so any blow-by oil doesn't get back into the alternator, which would probably ruin it. But as you can see there's the PCV valve right here. Looks pretty crusty and old, so we're going to replace that. To get the hose clamp off, I had to use a Allen wrench to turn it up, and then I pinched it with the long pliers and it worked pretty well. Not too bad. So just make sure you got something to protect the alternator, plastic wrap, a trash bag, or something like that, so oil doesn't drip down on it, and you should be all set. Here's the hose disconnected. It came off pretty easily by hand. I didn't have to use any tools in the hose or anything. Just inspect it for cracks and things like that, or if it's brittle, try to replace it if you can. And there's the valve. So we're gonna take our 17mm socket, deep socket, and gently remove it and clean up the area and install our new one. The valve we're using today is directly from a Honda genuine OEM part. Here's the part number if anybody needs it. And then you could use any 14mm crush gasket. So there's quite a few combinations of wrenches and sockets you could use to remove this, but this is the easiest way I've found to remove this bolt since it's in a tight location. So we're going to do this. Get some leverage on this wrench right here, and it shouldn't take much force to remove, and it won't take much force to reapply the PCV valve. So here we are with our new valve and our old for comparison. Quite crusty, but at 230,000 miles, this valve is done pretty well, I'd say. But time to put the new one in. Here's the new valve installed. I'm going to put a tiny bit of torque on it and then reinstall the rubber hose attachment. So that's it. That's the install of the PCV valve for a Honda Element. I believe the CR-V has the same valve. Most of the K24s have this, so easy fix. I'd say a 3 out of 10 on the difficulty scale. The only thing that was kind of a pain was the bottom clamp was twisted down, so I had to rotate it up and then use the pliers to pry it off. But other than that, not bad at all. And hopefully we get a little better gas mileage, smoother idle, and just let the engine live a little longer. This valve has 230,000 miles on it, so Honda's done me good on this one. Alright, thanks for checking the video out. If you like it, click like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.